morning. My name is Todd Smith, and I'm back. Hey, I just want to share my thoughts. This morning, this is very important to me, so I decided, talk about it because I was at work and talking to a coworker, about it, and I said, if I choose to buy a house, I'm buying a house for me, to be honest, and this subject really talk about Space Invaders. I love to say that, about when people come into your life that's not doing the right thing, that's taking up space, that's invading your space, and they don't supposed to be there. So that's the reason why I love to call this Space Invader, uh, because I talk about the relationship that you get involved in. Well, anywho, me and my coworker, we was talking about, shows that we watch. And then, the show that I like to watch is Forensic Files and stuff like that, that I really enjoy. And and one of, he showed, that one of my coworkers was talking about, he was talking about FBI files. And he was talking about that this woman was married to this man. And when she was married to this man, they turn around and she was married to she was going out with a bank robber, having an affair with a bank robber, but at the same time her husband was going back and forth to work, didn't even know what was going on. So what she did, to make a long story short, they got together to dig a underground for her lover, to come back and come back and forth in and out of the house, you know and I kind of laugh about it. I said, man, these women going beyond. They went from man coming through the front door, man going through the back door. Now they build underground. The man come underground to have an affair with your wife. And he said this stuff was going on for 10 years. This man was living this this invader was living in a house for 10 years. And what happened was the man just turned around and lost his cool, and and burned up the house. I guess they was in the house. But anywho, what I'm getting at is, man, my attitude like this towards women is, if I'm married to you, if you had that much time to cheat in our house that we bought together, then you need to work. And I say that to women. An idle man is a devil workshop. Why are we in a relationship and then I'm married to you, then you got other men coming through the back door? Now these days, the underground now. Which I find it crazy. I said, you know what? This how I keep peace with any spouse. And I sat there and say without shame, I said a woman should work. If you're not gonna do the right thing to your husband, do the right thing. If you sit and land on your back, doing workouts, well, another, invade on top of you, then you need to go to work. And I get enough to hear. I'm getting tired of hearing these guys that just saying, "Well, the man is a provider and stuff like that." Okay, I understand that one. I receive that, but at the same time, it's not like that these days. Some women is committed and some women is not committed. Some women that want to lay at home, while you making the money, making the bread and butter, and then at the same time they still want to do the workout with this space invader that you don't know nothing about. And I'm just saying is that this is Space Invader came and in their house for 10 years. You know what? This man going back and forth to work. And the man that's lost his cool. And I sit there and share with you guys. Don't turn around and be in a relationship that, that when a woman just want to complain, always undermining, situations, always undermining goodness all the time. Dude, if she undermine goodness, she always putting you down with the stuff you do, and you up there being a provider of the house, dude, trust me, she gonna bring somebody else in. And how I solve that problem is, you need to go to work. If I'm not doing good enough, go to work. Don't sit around here. And in my past relationship, when my past relationship went sour or whatever, reason why I wasn't so broken about it, because the other individual work. And I'm just saying is, dude, let these women work. They choose to work out of free will. Let them go to work. That's their thing. My thing is, if I'm married to you, I'm supposed to be selfish when it come down to you, because I marry you for me. I ain't marry you for somebody else. I marry you for me. So I don't supposed to share you with somebody else. People can call it misogynistic, whatever they want to call it. I don't care at this point. The thing is, man, if you working hard, you doing what you have to do, man. Don't settle for less. Don't sit there and say, hey, I'm with this. Hey, she's my wife and stuff like that. She could stay home. My attitude not like that. No. If you doing workouts with Space Invaders and stuff like that on top of you, or whatever sex position that he puts you in, you can go to work. Let's go to work. Cause it's most definitely like I'm not gonna have fun with you. Why you want to come home to a bitter home? I mean, really. Why you want to come home to a bitter home all the time? You work your butt off, you providing, but at the same time you come into a bitter home with a spouse already resisting you every single time, and then use this excuse like she has the right to disrespect you for no apparent reason. You're not making enough. I'm hearing women always saying when you don't make enough, you're not doing this and that. I like, man, don't listen to that. Because when women sit there and say stuff like that, that's because they want to invite somebody else. And my encouragement to men, stop trusting these space invaders. I mean, a space invader don't have to do nothing with only a woman, a man that, mess around with your wife, because that's the space invader too, because you don't know nothing about him, and he invading your space where you're not at home. I'm talking about that other space invader that you married to. That's a space invader that you don't need to be around as well. That's like if she were able to at home to do some workouts, some fitness, with another gal, another space invader being her bike instructor, whatever they call it, she need to go to work. And that's when I come to there. I say a cheating wife need to work. And that's the whole thing too. I don't change my mind about that. You don't get a chance to come in there and then undermine and all this old type of stuff and then try to trash me at the same time. It's not happening. And then you guys got to have your limits about that. The reason why women get away with stuff, because you allow them. And a lot of men that come out bitter and violent at the end of this, because the thing is they let it go on so long. They try to please their wife all the time, but they coming home being angry all the time, angry on their job and everything else. But this space invader of a wife turn around with all her problems up there letting a man through the underground. And how you avoid that is don't fool with them. That's she can't be yours, why bother? You know what I'm saying? You marry her. If she can't be yours, why bother? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of the divorce or nothing like that at all. But I had to say that, y'all. But that's a hell of a story. She snuck a man from not through the back door, not through the front door, but underground. And been at the house for 10 years, man. Man, I'm like, man, I was kind of puzzled over that. But and her boyfriend was a bad boy. He was robbing banks. Who she was having an affair with, while her husband was going to work all the time providing. But that's a horrible thing, man. But hey, there you have it. My name is Todd Smith. You all have a wonderful day. God bless. Peace. I'm out. One.